we can see some mysterious creatures coming out of the sea. These creatures are called Parasite. These creatures are starting their invasion on Earth. They infect humans by entering their brains, and take them as a host. One such parasite enters the brain of a man who is sleeping. We can see another such parasite tries to enter the brain of a high school student named Shinichi Izumi. However, the alien tried to enter from his ears but fails because of earphones. Then he tries to enter from his nose. He wakes up and throw him on the wall, and as a result parasite enters from his right hand instead. Shinichi screams and tries to get it out from his hand. Shinichi's mother Nobuko rushes to check up on him. But she doesn't find anything wrong. She calls it his imagination and tells him to go back to sleep. Next morning, as Shinichi is having breakfast, he feels a sensation in his hand. Next we can see the man who has become a host of the parasite. As he comes to the room he transforms and eats his wife's head. As Shinichi is going to the school, the parasite has taken control of his right hand. He starts acting strange, like randomly grabbing Shinichi's girlfriend's mouth, Satomi Murano. He extends the length of his right hand to grab the eraser. He effortlessly throws a basketball without even looking for the basket. In the evening he is getting worried by his behavior. He confronts the parasite by cutting his hand with a box cutter knife, forcing the alien to reveal itself. It turns out the alien can shapeshift. It transforms his right hand into a snake, frightening Shinichi. Unlike other aliens who are ruthless killers, the alien that has taken over Shinichi's hand seems to be more friendly. It reveals that it was supposed to feed on Shinichi's brain, but failed to do so. Because of his earphones now it has permanently become a part of Shinichi's right hand, and will live as long as the boy lives. With no other choice, Shinichi befriends the parasite and names him Miji. As Miji learns about the Japanese language, sword fighting, human anatomy, archery. While returning from school, Miji senses the presence of other parasite and drags Shinichi to a nearby restaurant. They find the main door closed, so they sneak into the restaurant through the back door. They both witness the parasite eating a human. The alien senses Miji's presence and happily welcomes Miji. Soon the parasite realizes that Miji still hasn't killed his human host. The alien starts walking towards the boy with a motive to kill Shinichi, because of his brain. Miji warns the alien to back off. If Shinichi dies, Miji will also die with him. The alien proposes an offer that 2 alien brains can't reside in one human head, but Miji can stay in the hand. He will take the brain. He says Miji to move over so he could feed on Shinichi's brain. Miji declines the offer and the 2 aliens fight each other. Miji uses the sword fighting lessons that Miji learned earlier and decapitates the alien's body, consequently killing the alien. Shinichi thanks Miji for saving his life. Miji tells Shinichi that it killed the alien only because the alien's transferring proposal was risky, so it preferred living in his hand. It is revealed that Miji is able to survive in its host's hand because of the nutrients it is getting from Shinichi's body. The next day in school, Shinichi's principal introduces a new teacher named Ryoko Tamaya. As they are standing, Miji reveals that his new teacher has been taken over by a parasite. Later they both confront Tamaya. Tamaya assures them that she means no harm and invites them to talk after school. They later meet Tamaya at an aquatic zoo, where Tamaya introduces Shinichi with 2 other aliens, Shimada Hideo, a high school student, and Mr. A police officer. The aliens ask Tamaya why she brought them to meet a human. Tamaya seems more intelligent compared to other aliens. She reveals her interest in studying the human's way of life. She even had sex with Mr. A for her research. She reveals she is now pregnant with a normal human baby of Mr. A. Tamaya feels that they all need each other to survive and find the purpose of their life. Tamaya says she is also concerned of rapid killings reported in the media and is looking for ways to feed on humans without creating a media nuisance. She asks Miji and Shinichi to cooperate with them. Shinichi and Miji declined her offer. Tamaya warns them to get ready for consequences if they try to get in their way. The next day, while returning from school, Miji and Shinichi run into Mr. A. Miji senses the intention of Mr. A to kill them. Miji tells Shinichi to avoid him. Shinichi starts running away from him. Mr. A follows him into a lonely alley. Miji warns him to back off and let them leave from there. but Mr. A tells both of them that he is not like Tamaya and cannot let them leave from there. Mr. A reveals that he heard about the parasite that Miji murdered in a restaurant. He calls Miji a dangerous parasite, and Miji has no right to live, as she is a threat for their plan. They both starts fighting, and as they both are fighting, Shinichi starts moving closer to Mr. A, as he is hiding a metal pipe in his left hand. When he gets close enough, Miji gives him a signal and Shinichi impales Mr. A with the pipe. As Mr. A collapses on the ground, Shinichi runs away from there. Shinichi is in shock after killing a man, but Miji reminds him that the parasite already killed the human and taken him as a host. While returning home from the market, Shinichi's mother notices a helpless man in the alley. That man is Mr. A. She inquires from a distance if he is okay or not. As they are in home, Miji suspects that an alien is approaching their home. Shinichi gets terrified and rushes to the kitchen and grabs a knife. The door opens and it is revealed to be Shinichi's mother Nobuko. Miji says that Mr. A that has taken over his mother's body, but Shinichi don't believe it. Shinichi threatens Miji to kill if it doesn't stop talking nonsense. Mr. A speaks through Shinichi's mother body, confirming Miji's claim. Shinichi breaks into tears and goes into denial. He says he is hiding the truth from her and say her to stop joking. Mr. A pierces Shinichi's heart and Shinichi collapses on the ground. Mr. A tells Miji that it is over for both of them. Mr. A leaves Miji and Shinichi's body. Miji enters through the hole into Shinichi's body. 2 days pass and slowly he gains consciousness. As he gets up, Miji reveals that it used a piece of itself to cover the hole on his body and left a part of itself in his heart, cause it had been destroyed. Miji then returned back to Shinichi's right hand. Miji says it was an experiment, but fortunately it worked. Shinichi is not so happy about being alive, as he lost his mother. He tells Miji that it should have let him die and breaks into tears. As he controls himself, he heads to his school to confront Tamaya. Shinichi asks her about Mr. A location, but she refuses to disclose his whereabouts. Shinichi shoots a knife at her, but she blocks it easily. The next day, Satomi introduces Shinichi to Shimada, one of the members of Tamaya's group. Satomi reveals Shimada has just transferred to their school. She forces Shinichi to shake hands with the alien. Shimada tries to squeeze Shinichi's left hand with full force, but he gets surprised, as Shinichi squeezes his hand with equal force. Miji speculates that the cell it used to repair Shinichi's heart might be still alive inside him and is changing Shinichi's body to become stronger. Shinichi tells Miji they have to kill Mr. A. Miji tells him that it can't always be there to protect him because it must sleep for 4 hours each day, and unlike humans, it can't choose when to sleep and also can't be woken up during those hours. The police are also investigating the causes of death. They find parasites are responsible for the killings. They learned that the parasites can be identified by their hair. When one pulls out their hair strand reacts by curling. Shimada is in the art room, volunteering to be the art model for Satomi and her friends. While guiding Shimada to find the right pose, Satomi's friend pulls out his hair. As she gets shocked, the hair starts curling. The girl and her friends realize that Shimada is a parasite and start panicking. She tries to run away, but Shimada drags her back in. She then proceeds towards the girls, but Satomi throws a bottle of paint remover into the alien's mouth. The chemical hurt the alien and makes him go out of control. Satomi say girls to run, but Shimada stops them and starts executing the girls. Miji senses Shimada's killing intent and rushes to the art room. Shinichi gets horrified. He comes across a group of dead bodies of his classmates. It causes him a panic attack. Miji helps him calm down and they then continue to look for Shimada. They spot him as he is going to kill Satomi. Shinichi saves her and confronts Shimada, but suddenly Tamaya appears from behind. Tamaya throws a DIY bomb towards him. As the bomb seconds away from exploding, Shinichi quickly grabs Satomi and jumps out of the building. Shinichi shoots a metal rod from another building and kills the alien. Tamaya appears and tells Shinichi that she is going to disappear for a while until she has her baby. She hands him Mr. A location. Shinichi finds Mr. A and follows him into a bridge. Miji tells him that they must return. as Miji is feeling sleepy. Before sleeping, Miji transforms into a sword before falling asleep. Mr. A finally notices Shinichi and is stunned to learn that he is still alive. The alien launches an attack, but is even more surprised by Shinichi's feat. While dodging Mr. A attacks, Shinichi starts moving closer and closer to Mr. A, plays a trick and used her mother voice. Then proceeds to kill a distracted Shinichi, but Nobuko overcomes the parasite's consciousness and blocks its attack. Shinichi then kills Mr. A. Akawa, wins the mayor's election and promises to deliver on his promises. Meanwhile, Detective Harama is approached by a special assault team SAT officer named Yamagishi, who makes him sign a letter of confidentiality for a project called Human Life Protection. Tamaya and Hirakawa are seen talking to a mysterious parasite named Gotu, who reveals that when he took over its human host's body, it was instructed to finish mankind. What do you think of a parasite? Like and share this video.